Alright, let's dive into this because if you're a CFL fan, or even if you're just tuning in now, you've got to be talking about the Montreal Alouettes right now. I mean, halfway through the season, and they're not just leading, they're dominating. But here's the thing, it's not just about the wins. It's about how they're winning, and what that says about the league as a whole. So let's break this down. First off, that game against the Edmonton Elks? It was billed as the matchup of the season, right? Two heavyweights going head-to-head. And for a while, it looked like it was living up to the hype. But then, well, let's just say the Alouettes didn't just win. They sent a message. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is how they did it. It wasn't just a close game that could have gone either way. No, they dismantled the Elks, and they did it in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, special teams, they were firing on all cylinders. And that's what separates a good team from a great team. Now, let's talk about Cody Fajardo for a second. Remember, he was the guy who led the Alouettes to the Grey Cup in 2023, and now he's on the other side of the field. His prediction that the team with the ball last would win? Oof, that didn't age well. But here's what I find fascinating. Even in defeat, Fajardo's got this competitive fire. He's not making excuses. He's owning it, saying they got beat up and need to be better. That kind of mindset. It's why he's a leader, even when he's not on the winning side. But let's zoom out for a second. The CFL is this quirky, unique league, right? It's got its own rhythm, its own culture. And one thing that immediately stands out is how the Alouettes are positioning themselves not just for a division title, but for a Grey Cup run. They're 8-1, and their only loss. Overtime, against Edmonton, in a game that was controversial, to say the least. If you take a step back and think about it, they're basically one call away from being undefeated. That's wild. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The Alouettes haven't played Saskatchewan yet, the defending champs. And that's the matchup everyone's waiting for. But even if they lose that game, they've already proven they're the team to beat in the East. Toronto's got Chad Kelly, but they've already lost to Montreal. Hamilton's struggling without Bo Levi Mitchell. And Ottawa, let's just say they're looking ahead to next season. So, the question isn't if the Alouettes will win the East. It's how dominant they'll be when they do. But here's the thing. Dominance can be a double-edged sword. Remember 2024? The Alouettes were 10-1 at the end of August, looked unstoppable, and then they fell apart. Lost momentum, lost games, and ultimately lost in the playoffs. What this really suggests is that Jason Maas and his team can't afford to get complacent. They've got to keep pushing, keep improving, because the CFL is a league where anything can happen. And personally, I think that's what makes this season so compelling. The Alouettes are on top, but they've got this history looming over them. This reminder of what can go wrong if they let up. Now, let's talk about the players. Davis Alexander? He's looking like the best quarterback in the league right now. Tyson Philpot? He's not just a receiver, he's a game changer. And the fact that they did all this without 4 defensive starters? That's insane. It's like they're not just winning, they're proving they've got depth, they've got resilience. And that's what championship teams are made of. So where does this leave us? Well, the Alouettes are clearly the team to beat right now. But the CFL is a league where the second half of the season can look completely different from the first. What many people don't realize is that the real test isn't just winning games. It's staying hungry, staying focused, and avoiding the pitfalls of complacency. The Alouettes have the talent, they've got the momentum. But do they have the discipline to finish what they started? That's the million-dollar question. In my opinion, this season is shaping up to be one of the most fascinating in recent memory. The Alouettes are in the driver's seat, but the road ahead is full of twists and turns. And that's what makes sports so great, right? The unpredictability, the drama, the stories that unfold. So, as we head into the second half of the season, I'll be watching closely. Because if the Alouettes can keep this up, we might just be looking at a dynasty in the making. But if history repeats itself? Well, that's a story for another day. What do you think? Are the Alouettes the real deal, or is there still room for a surprise? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more CFL analysis. Because trust me, this season is just getting started.